Young and the Restless. Spoilers. Friday's full, the 14th of August, 2026. Welcome back to the channel, besties. Today is a beautifully chaotic Tuesday, and we are serving up the piping hot, freshly brewed tea you all crave. Grab your iced coffees, strap in, and let's dive straight into the absolute madness because we have so much ground to cover today. You guys, I am deceased. Stop what you are doing immediately. I am literally shaking. Wait, we need to talk about this now. I am physically vibrating from the sheer audacity of what just went down in Genoa City, and I genuinely do not think my nervous system can handle another plot twist without me needing a paper bag to breathe into. I was mid-skincare, literally smearing a charcoal mask all over my rug because I gasped so hard when I saw what Newman was doing on my screen. Literally had to yeet my phone across the room. My soul has actually left my body. Send help. We are not just watching this show anymore. We are invested, we are traumatized, and we are collectively spiraling over the absolute cinematic mayhem that is currently unfolding. Bestie, be for real right now, because Newman has officially hit absolute subterranean rock bottom, and I am not okay. We need to dissect this tea with absolute cinematic mayhem, narrating the chaos like a high-octane psychological masterpiece where the stakes are astronomical. Nick is in that dingy, disgusting motel room, and the vibes are so rancid I can practically smell the cheap carpet cleaner through my screen. He just realized he almost died. Like, straight up, genuinely almost lost his life to this addiction, and the sheer terror in his eyes. I am literally hyperventilating right now. He had that terrifying fentanyl nightmare. He watched Marie Kirkland basically flatline before his eyes, and the reality of his own mortality just slapped him across the face harder than Victor Newman slaps down a corporate rival. Wait, backtrack for a second, I missed a step. Marie Kirkland. Jade Harlow is acting her absolute heart out, and I am totally living for the messy enabler energy she is bringing to this storyline. But we need to talk about the massive, glaring red flag hanging over her head. Her husband. Did I say that yet? Ugh. My brain is mush. Moving on, but seriously, her husband sounds ridiculously powerful and straight up dangerous. I'm calling it, the villain arc is about to go nuclear. Who is this man? Is he tied to the mob? Is he a former Newman enemy? Is he going to come to Genoa City and absolutely wreck Nick for sleeping with his wife in a drug-fueled haze? Manifesting a total dumpster fire by the next update, because you know the writers are not just dropping hints about a dangerous husband for no reason. Marie is definitely going to be seen again, and she is bringing a hurricane of drama with her. Oh, hold on. I should have mentioned this earlier, but the lighting in that motel room? Why is it always that sickly, fluorescent yellow? It's giving major, I haven't slept in 3 weeks and my life is falling apart, aesthetic. Which is honestly so unhinged, but it works so perfectly for Nick's current state. He is a grandfather, you guys. He is a legacy character, a Newman golden boy, and he is sitting on a lumpy mattress surrounded by bad choices. But wait, the absolute kicker? The moment of clarity, the sheer, desperate panic when he realizes he needs help, and he picks up the phone. And who does he call? Not his parents. Not Victoria. Not Adam. He calls Sharon. I am screaming. Chic Nation, how are we breathing right now? Sharon Newman, the absolute saint of Genoa City, dropping everything to go rescue this man from the literal depths of hell. It is so poetic, it is so tragic, and don't even get me started on the vibes between them. Sharon has been through so much trauma. She has survived literal hostage situations, she is battling her own demons, and yet, when Nick calls, she is there. She is his true north. But now the massive question is, where is she going to take him? Is she going to drag him kicking and screaming back to the rehab center he just walked out of? Or is she going to make the monumentally terrible decision to take him back to the Newman Ranch? Wait, I'm glitching. Okay, back to the main event. The Newman Ranch is the absolute last place Nick needs to be right now, primarily because Victor and Nikki are on their way back. Yes, besties, the mustache and the matriarch are returning from their grand, romantic, completely delusional Italian getaway. They were in Venice, probably riding gondolas and eating 5-star pasta, celebrating their vow renewal and pretending that their marriage isn't built on a foundation of kidnapping, lies, and corporate espionage. Nikki was literally just ignoring the fact that Victor almost got Jack Abbott killed, and now they are flying back to reality. Can you even imagine the whiplash? You go from sipping Bellinis in St. Mark's Square to finding out your golden boy son is shooting up in a roach motel and almost died. Victor is going to lose his absolute mind. His mustache is going to twitch into a different dimension. Nikki is going to be clutching her pearls so hard, they turn into diamonds. They are going to be so sick with worry, but you know Victor is going to try to control the situation, which is exactly what drove Nick to this point in the first place. The psychological damage is astronomical, and I am here for every single second of the fallout. But wait, we have to pivot, because my blood pressure is rising just thinking about Billy Abbott. Billy is officially on my do not perceive list. I am so done. He is a walking, talking red flag wrapped in a very expensive suit, and I cannot even handle his audacity right now. Jack and Kyle Abbott finally cornered him to ask the tough questions. They are interrogating him about his new position at Chancellor, and they want to know the real reason he went back to the company. And honestly, good for them. Drag him, Jack. Kane Ashby, who, by the way, is looking incredibly fine these days, just putting that out there already, warned Jack that Billy's little truce is entirely fake. Billy is basically playing corporate spy in his own family's orbit, and Jack is letting him know that he needs to take Kane's warning seriously. If Billy messes around and causes chaos, he is going to get fired, and he absolutely deserves it. But Billy, being the stubborn, self-righteous man-child that he is determined to dig up the ultimate secret. He is obsessed with finding out who saved Chancellor from financial ruin all those years ago. And this is where I start hyperventilating again, because why can't Billy just leave well enough alone? There is obviously a very good, very dark reason why that savior's name was buried. If Billy keeps digging with his little corporate shovel, he is going to unearth something or someone that should have stayed 6 feet under. Is it tied to Tucker? Is it tied to a past villain? Is he going to accidentally trigger a corporate war that destroys everything Lily and Devon built? Billy is straight up sabotaging his own life, and I am watching through my fingers like it's a horror movie. Which brings me to my absolute queen, Sally Spectra. Sally, sweetie, I am so sorry you are dealing with this absolute clown. Sally is finally, genuinely reaching her breaking point with Billy's nonsense. She is sitting there, preparing for motherhood, looking at this positive pregnancy test, and having a massive existential crisis. And she should, because Billy is incapable of growth. He just keeps circling the drain, going back to his old, destructive habits, because that is his core nature. You cannot fix him, Sally. I was literally pacing around my kitchen, yelling at my tablet, "Leave him, sis." Sally is evaluating their entire relationship, and the realization is hitting her like a freight train. Once this baby is born, her entire worldview is going to shift. She cannot raise a child in the chaotic, paranoid, secret-keeping environment that Billy thrives in. She remembers the absolute devastation of losing baby Ava, and she knows she needs stability, peace, and someone who actually listens to her. Billy never listens. He just talks over everyone and thinks he is the smartest guy in the room. I am manifesting a total independent boss era for Sally. She needs to dump him, take over a company, and raise this baby as the fabulous, wealthy, single mother she was born to be. Did I say that yet? Ugh, my brain is mush. Moving on, but seriously, the emotional maturity Sally is showing right now compared to Billy is staggering. She is realizing that people can change, sure, but sometimes they don't, and waiting around for a miracle is just going to lead to more heartbreak. The consequences of Billy's actions are catching up to him, and losing Sally is going to be the ultimate karma. And speaking of karma, let's talk about the absolute psychopath lurking in the background, Matt Clark. Besties, I am not buying this. I'm a changed man. I have amnesia. I want peace act for a single solitary second. Matt is playing a very twisted, very long game, and the fact that anyone is falling for it is genuinely insulting to my intelligence. I see right through him. He is sitting there, acting all innocent, but we know the truth. The darker, unhinged, violent version of Matt is bubbling right beneath the surface. This change is not going to last forever. He is a villain through and through, and the second he doesn't get his way, or the second Victor pushes him too far, that mask is going to slip. And when it does, the fallout is going to be catastrophic. He is already playing psychological warfare with Nick, haunting his nightmares and manipulating Sienna and Noah to the point where they literally had to flee to Los Angeles just to escape his toxic aura. Matt is a ticking time bomb, and I am terrifyingly excited to see who gets caught in the blast radius when he finally explodes. Wait, is that a siren outside my window? Literally, the universe knows I am having a breakdown over this show. The aesthetic of my life is just chaos mirroring Genoa City right now. I am looking at my reflection in my laptop screen, and I look like I've been through a war, which is exactly how Sharon must feel right now driving to that motel. Let's just circle back to Sharon for a minute because my heart is aching for her. She is the glue holding this fractured family together. She has to deal with Mariah's severe mental health crisis, Tessa's confusing feelings, Noah fleeing the state, and now Nick practically dying in a motel room. Give this woman a spa day and a medal. When she walks into that motel room and sees Nick, broken, terrified, and completely stripped of his pride, it is going to be one of the most emotional scenes of the decade. They share so much history, so much grief, and so much love. Even when they aren't together romantically, their souls are tied. But I swear, if Sharon takes him to the ranch, I am going to lose it. Victor will just use Nick's addiction as another pawn in his twisted game of family chess. Victor will probably blame Jack Abbott somehow, because in Victor's mind, everything is Jack's fault. You see, my boy, Jack Abbott's mere existence caused you to use fentanyl. I can hear the mustache vibrating from here. Nick needs professional help. He needs to go back to rehab. And he needs to stay far, far away from his father's toxic expectations. And what about Jack? Poor Jack is just trying to recover from being stabbed and kidnapped, trying to figure out where his traumatized wife Diane is mentally, and now he has to babysit his grown-ass brother Billy. The Abbott mansion is basically a halfway house for emotional disasters at this point. Kyle is no better, sharing forbidden kisses with Victoria Newman, while his ex-girlfriend Claire is completely oblivious. The sheer amount of secrets floating around Genoa City right now could sink a battleship. I am genuinely exhausted, besties. My throat hurts from screaming, my charcoal mask is completely dried and cracking all over my face, and I need to go lie down in a dark room and process the fact that Marie Kirkland's mysterious husband is probably going to show up and shoot up the GCAC. We are officially in the end game of this storyline, and the stakes have never been higher. Nick's life is hanging by a thread. Billy is digging his own corporate grave. Sally is about to become the ultimate single mother icon. And Victor and Nikki are flying straight into a hurricane of family trauma. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure your notifications are on. Because the second the next episode drops, I will be right back here. Probably crying, definitely screaming, and ready to spill every single drop of this phenomenal tea. Until then, stay safe, trust no one, and remember, if Billy Abbott thinks it's a good idea, it is absolutely 100% a terrible idea. Love you guys, bye.